Hello everyone, I hope you're doing amazing. I woke up looking like this and now I'm preparing my breakfast and I'm a little bored, so I thought I'm gonna make a video. It's been a while, but yeah, I just want to do a very basic how or important things to do in your recovery video. So just for anyone either starting out with eating disorder recovery, because currently it's insane how many people are getting back to eating disorders and how normalized it's being on social media. It's actually scary and weird, and I feel like it was even worse than when I was a teenager, which was like 15 years ago. Maybe not 15 years ago, but you know. And yeah, but also if you're already in recovery, just a little reminder video what you have to do and what you don't, or what you shouldn't do. Because honestly, our brain in recovery is still, how do I say, like you still always try to find excuses to go back to your disordered eating stuff, or at least it was the case for me. So I needed to watch those videos all the time to, you know, remind myself, hey, I really shouldn't do this. And I'm speaking about this, I think very qualified, because I 100% surpassed my eating disorder. For example, yesterday I was at a party. It was actually in our garden, kind of. It was a rave, a day rave, and then in the evening it was like midnight. It was like I didn't even want to eat something, but I knew it was so important for my body to, you know, because I was dancing and everything, to fuel myself, and also for not being too hungover now. Yeah, so I sat down at midnight, I warmed up some pizza and everything. I also forced my boyfriend to eat some pizza because he's always like not very hungry, but I know that it's better for his body as well to eat enough. And you know, when I was in recovery or in my ED, I always thought that would be like unnecessary calories if I wasn't even hungry and blah blah blah. But now I know better, that my body deserves enough energy, and it doesn't matter what I eat, I just want to be healthy. And I like healthy foods, like don't get me wrong, but I also know the importance of eating enough and fueling for a great life. So let me start with the first one, which is movement during recovery. Stop exercising. I love working out now again. But during recovery, I completely stopped, because your body has only one focus, and it's recovering from your eating disorder. And like, imagine an eating disorder is actually an illness, and you're being sick with the flu. And when you're sick with the flu and the days recovering from the flu, your body needs all its energy to, you know, make sure that everything recovers. I have no idea about medicine, but I don't know that I don't know what to talk about, but like that your throat is getting back to normal and whatever, and all of that stuff needs energy. And it's the same when you're recovering from an eating disorder, because when you were in a state of stress and a lack of nutrition, afterwards you really like, or during that state, your body doesn't have enough energy to maintain everything. It's like, for example, if you have a house and for 20 years you never repaired, cleaned, did anything, the amount of resources to get it back to a normal state is insane. So it's like, yeah, you cannot just go with a normal weekly cleanup. No, you have to actually put so much energy into repairing and recovering the house to a normal state. And it's the same with your body. You really all the energy focus needs to be on recovery and not on, you know, also doing movement and whatever. It's really important that you don't move and reserve all your energy for recovery. And at the same time, if you move, like, you already have extreme hunger in recovery. Otherwise, I think something is wrong. It feels like binge eating, but extreme hunger is just the most normal thing in eating disorder recovery, because your body is, as I said, like in a state of stress and it doesn't know like what is going on, and it needs to kind of, how do I say that? It needs to get in as much energy as it can, and also it kind of needs to test out. I always think it's like a child testing out how safe it is, and your body is just trying to see like, hey, is there actually enough food around me? Do I still need to, you know, how is the situation? And if you always allow your body to, you know, get as much energy as it craves, at some point it will realize, hey, we're fine. From now on, the famine is over. And yeah, that's what you need to teach your body. And for me personally, what happened was that during recovery, I had a lot of extreme hunger. I ate so much, and I ate so much, you know, Nutella straight from the jar and everything, like all of the things that people demonize. But then once recovery was over, every few weeks, it hit me again. Like, I had some days where I just had extreme hunger, and I just let it be okay. Like, then whenever the extreme hunger hit me, I went for it. I ate again a jar of Nutella or whatever. It was okay, because in my opinion it was like my body testing if it was actually safe and there was actually enough food, and you know, so that's how I viewed it. And yeah, just to say that once your regular extreme hunger is over, it doesn't mean that you will never have it again. For me personally, as I said, it continued for, I would say, even like 1 or 2 years after the normal recovery was over. I still sometimes had like days, and I still sometimes have like moments where I have a lot of hunger, but never as extreme as a few years ago. And yeah, with time it just becomes less, but it continues to happen. So just don't be like, for me it was weird because nobody talked about it, but yeah, I still had sometimes moments or days where I just had extreme hunger, and it was confusing, but I always listened to it. I just ate as much as my body craved, and yeah, I think my body learned that, okay, it's okay to, I have enough resources, I don't need to be scared. That's how I viewed it. Yeah, and what I wanted to say is that when you exercise, I don't think it's gonna help with extreme hunger. It's only gonna make it worse. Or, I mean, honestly, extreme hunger is extreme. You cannot have more extreme hunger than extreme hunger. It's just insane. But what I'm trying to say is, if you also exercise, it will just be a much longer process if you ever can fully recover, because yeah, you also need to, I think it's not only for your body helpful to not exercise, but also for your mind to really learn that you don't have to do it. It's a challenge for yourself, but I think that's exactly what makes a difference. When you learn that exercise is not something you have to do in order to, I don't know, be this and that, but for me, or that was what happened for me, I really stopped exercising, and once I was really recovered, at some points I just got like an energy, how do we say that, like a burst of energy, and yeah, then I went for a run or something like this, but only when I really was like, oh my god, I have so much energy left, I want to do something, and that's when I went for a run or something similar. Yeah, then the second thing is always nutrition. I mean, as I said before, just eat what you crave, eat as much as you can, eat frequently. Like, for me, I think the most challenging things were, first of all, to eat many times throughout the day, because I often had like, oh my god, god, I ate so much this afternoon, I cannot eat dinner again. But that's exactly the problem. Like, you really need to learn to, no matter what your mind thinks, like of course you're gonna be like freaked out that you just ate like an entire pack of, I don't know, Snickers or whatever, but you need to learn that it's okay. It was your body craving it, and you need the energy. It's like your medicine. And yeah, so for me at some point I really started to eat 3 meals and 3 snacks, just to let my body know, or also my mind, that it's okay to eat frequently and to fuel yourself, even though it's scary. And then another thing for me, a big thing, was liquid calories. I was always super afraid of it, also because of how I grew up, because it was always a bit demonized in my family, and so for me that was personally a very challenging thing, but it was super helpful during recovery because it gives you a lot of calories. And I think anything that reduces extreme hunger is helpful, because let's be honest, extreme hunger is just really annoying. So I went out, I got like those super sugary iced lattes and anything. Like, I drank a lot of chocolate milk during my recovery, and yeah, just a lot of things. But just saying, like, if you have something that you're actually scared of, you need to do it a lot to learn that it's fine. And yeah, what do I want to say? Exactly, for everyone it's a different thing, but it's important that you try everything, that you don't exclude anything from your diet. Really eat everything and learn that everything is fine and helpful and needed. And yeah, and then I think the last thing I would say is your mindset. You really, for me personally, I had to shift my mindset a lot from deriving my worth from the way I look to just enjoying life and not caring too much about the way I look. That was for me the hardest process, and it's still ongoing, because we live in a society where your looks are just so important. But yeah, just saying that you really need to put a lot of energy into shifting and learning that the important things in life are not the way you look, but rather the way you feel, your relationships, what you do throughout the day, that you look forward to every day. I mean, never every day, but you know what I mean, most days. And yeah, just really learn to view your body more neutral. I don't think body positivity is really possible 100%. We're always gonna find something we don't like about ourselves, so it's important to understand that it's not that important. Like, you can be neutral towards your body and it's still fine. Like, your body is not important and your other looks. So yeah, I hope that helped you. I really hope you have a lot of strength. And also, one thing, recovery is so weird, and yeah, for me, I just always thought about it as people don't have to understand. I can explain in a few years, but now it's okay. I'm just doing my thing. I know that it's for the better. Like, I knew that from another perspective, it looked like I was gaining too much weight, or it was weird. Like, I was living in a shared apartment, and I thought, like, the other people there probably think I'm crazy with what I'm eating because I'm only eating chocolate all day. But I know that it's for the better. I know that I'm doing it for a good cause and for my long-term health, even though it might look weird in the moment. And you always need to remember that you know what you're doing it for, and that it's for the better. So yeah, I hope this video helped, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.